Okay, hey guys, welcome to my video review of the EF 17 to 40mm. So this is like my first ever L lens per se. If you consider this an L lens, obviously a lot of people have different opinions about this lens, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to share my opinion and tell you a little bit about my experience with this lens. So I actually have it obviously out the box. Here it is right here. It looks like an absolute beast. The reason it looks so big is because I actually have this EF to RF adapter on it. So it just makes it that little bit longer, which is kind of impractical, I guess. And this hood is freaking massive. This lens, the thread is 77 millimeters. And because it's wide angle, you need to have the hood super spread out and far apart. And so this thing is huge and it's really just attention seeking. I would honestly always take the hood off and pretty much just use it like this all the time. So I've actually taken off this 24 to 105 kit lens and now I'm using the 17 to 40mm lens. So you probably don't notice a difference, but just wait until I zoom out to 17mm. So as you can see, you're getting a lot more in this field of view. You can see my lights, you can see a lot more around me, and it gives me more space to work with. So if you have like a very small room and you want to do some videos or vlogs or whatever it may be, this can be a really great lens for utilizing the space around you because you can get a lot more up close and personal with the camera. And I can see this lens being great for if you're shooting pictures for real estate, so inside homes and inside office spaces. Now you do get some distortion in those shots, but they can be easily fixed in Lightroom. And if that's a problem for you, then you don't have to pick this lens up. But for me, it's a very easy solution and I don't really mind too much. So now let's punch into 40mm. And as you see, 40mm is pretty close up. You're getting very, very personal with the camera. And so I would never really use this for talking or for filming myself, but I might use it to capture some B-roll shots. But one downside is you're only getting f4. So there's no low aperture. You're not going to get that bokeh and the blurry backgrounds. But honestly, f4 is not too bad. And considering it's f4L, it's going to be locked. So when you're zooming in and out, the aperture is going to remain the same. So right now I'm actually out. I'm in my car. I just had a haircut, so you know, hair is on fleek. But I'm at a beach opposite Dundee. It's called Warmit Beach, and you know, it's not like the nicest day, but this is just showing you the true possibilities you can get with this lens. I have like a very small car. It's a Mini Cooper, and there's no way I could vlog in here with a 24mm lens. Like, this is at 24mm, so it's just gonna be too close. You know, even if I want to get some shots in here, it's going to be ridiculous trying to get them. And so punching out to 17, it gives you much more flexibility in terms of where you shoot, especially if you have very tight spaces like inside a car or like I mentioned in a small room. Then yeah, the 17mm lens is just a dream come true. Something else really cool about this lens is it's the first lens I have that's parafocal. So if you're curious what that is, whenever you zoom in and out, it's actually going to keep the focus the same, so it doesn't need to refocus. You can actually lock off the focus and then zoom in, and your shot's still going to be in focus. So this is perfect for people recording video. If you want to sort of punch in your shot, then you're still going to have focus. So that's really great. I've never experienced that before, but it's super, super nice to have. Now, something else I've never really experienced is this doesn't change size when you zoom in. So this is at 17mm and this is 40mm. So as you see, the lens is fixed. It doesn't extend. It doesn't have this bit that comes out, which makes this perfect for if you're mounting your camera on a gimbal to capture smooth shots. The reason you might want to mount it on a gimbal is because there's no built-in image stabilization on this lens. So if you're recording video, you're going to get pretty shaky results. Now, I'm actually attaching this to the Canon R6, and yeah, that's a full frame camera, but it features IBIS. So you've got that built-in stabilization for the sensor, and so it gives you pretty usable results for a lens that doesn't have image stabilization. Now this lens is actually pretty old. I was kind of a little bit worried about the performance in terms of the electronics because this is made in 2003. So that's actually when this lens came into production. And so yeah, it's pretty old. I was only 4 years old when this lens came out, and now I'm 23. So yeah, this is quite old, and honestly, it performs super great. It has an ultrasonic motor, so it's got quite quiet performance when focusing, and there is some breathing when it does focus. but honestly, it's pretty quick, and you're definitely going to notice the sound of the servo motors when it is focusing, but it's a lot quieter than other lenses from the same time period. So yeah, in terms of comparing this to lenses nowadays, you're definitely going to hear something when it focuses, but it's just a little kind of jittery noise. And yeah, I can definitely pick it up when I'm vlogging, which might be a downside if you do want to use this for vlogging, because you're getting that super wide field of view, which would honestly make this the perfect vlogging lens. And a setting on the Canon R6, which I've adjusted, is the ability to lock onto a subject. So it's not going to change focus and start focusing on things in the background. It's going to lock on me. So if I'm vlogging or walking around, you're not going to have much shift in the focus, and so you're not going to have that noise too much. So honestly, I could say this is definitely a great budget vlogging lens. It's definitely something to try, and it's a great entry point for L lenses as well. See, these lenses with the red ring are super expensive because they've got premium build quality, they've got premium glass, and they're weather sealed. This one is also weather sealed. And yeah, the performance and overall build quality is going to be better than non-L series lenses, so that's why you pay a premium for them. But this one here, I picked it up for $380. Obviously, have a look around. It depends on the sellers and also the condition, but this is great condition, came with the box, and yeah, there's not even a mark on it. It performs absolutely great. So considering the price, yeah, this is definitely a win. I would honestly recommend it for you guys. There is some distortion because it's wide angle, so if you take some pictures in RAW, you are going to get a fisheye kind of look. The corners are definitely going to be soft, but it's not really a deal breaker for me because I import it into Lightroom. I can obviously correct the distortion, I can add sharpening and adjust the image and even punch in a little bit to get rid of the warped corners, and it really isn't a big deal for me, but it might be a big deal for you, so take that into account. But yeah, overall, that is it. That's my review of the 17-40 f4L EF lens on my Canon R6 using the EF to RF adapter. What a mouthful that is to say. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think about the lens. If you have any gripes, if there's something you don't like about it, something that you want to tell me about, let me know down below in the comments. But I've had a great experience so far with it. So stick around for future videos. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon down below. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, have a nice day, guys. I will see you later. Peace.